Hi. So black coffee. You should have the chord diagrams in a handout, and you should also have the chart itself. So I'll refer to both of those throughout this little video, and you can have them at hand as well. That will be helpful for you. The first thing I would like to discuss is the strum patterns that I use throughout the A section. So the first strum pattern that I use is the island strum. So that sounds like this. That's this down, down, up, up, down, up strum that you may or may not be familiar with. So I start off with a nice consistent motion of my wrist. Down, up, 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 down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the backbone of the rhythmic structure that's happening in the right hand. And then there's some strategic skipping that occurs in the island strum. And the most important skip is that you do not strum on the third beat, but you do move your hand down on the third beat. So that sounds like this. Down, down, up, skip, up, down, down, up, skip, up, down, up. So that's the island strum. And that happens as you switch back and forth from the A minor to the E7. So that occurs on the first line of the tune. I guess the first 2 lines of the tune. Then when we get to the next part, the chords switch every 2 beats instead of switching on every measure like they just did. So I changed the strum pattern. I'll play through it so you can hear. So the rhythmical pattern is a little bit different. I'm still doing the same backbone thing in my wrist. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm still swinging the 8th notes. But instead I'm strumming on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And I'll play through those chords. So I have the A minor. So I start off on the A minor, go to the G, then the C, then the D minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I keep going with that rhythmical pattern for the next line. Because it's convenient to do so, because the chords are still changing at that same rate. Okay, so that's the A section. Now you know 75% of the song, the way that I play it. And let's now go through the B section, which starts off with an A major chord. So I use a little left hand damping technique. So first of all, I'm just going to explain the technique. I'll just lightly touch the strings to keep them from ringing when I strum. So I'm not pressing down on them, and I'm not touching the strings to the frets. It's just a light touch so that the strings don't vibrate. So I get that kind of sound. Okay. So this happens on, I strum the A chord on the downbeat, on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I very lightly just tap the fingers, or touch the fingers rather, to the string. So you can practice that slowly until it starts to make sense. Like so. So I just use the ring finger and the pinky finger to do that. So at tempo, it sounds like this. Then with the D chord, I just press the strings. So I start off just lightly touching them so that they don't ring. And this technique doesn't work super well with this chord shape, but it moves really quickly in the piece, so I don't worry about it too much. Okay. Then what comes next is the type of shape that is the best suited for left hand damping, which is this B7. So I start off again lightly touching, and then I go press, 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 I press, 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 like so. Okay. Then I'll play through that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's another little nice thing that you can do. You can hold on this E7, 2, 3, 4, then 1 strum on the G diminished 7, and then 1 back to the E7. So I'll play through this whole middle section again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left hand damping with the fingers. Now left hand damping just with a press. Still left hand damping, and now hold on the E7, 2, 3, 4, and 1 strum, 1 strum. Okay, cool. So that is the slightly simplified version. There is a slightly spicier version, which mostly pertains to the B section. So I'll play through that now, and then I'll talk about the details. So it starts off the same way. Okay, so the A is the same, the first bar of the D is the same, and then on the second measure of D, I move up to this 5th fret D chord, and then I spend 2 beats up there. So I have 1, 2, and then I start a chromatic descending line with each subsequent beat until I land on the B7 at the beginning of the B7 measure. So that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'll go from the measure of D in first position and then continue on through the B7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, chromatic, and then B7. And then I like this little line because there's a descending line from the 7th fret of the A string. When you go to the E flat, we've moved down a half step, and then you come back to E7. Oops, sorry, let me try that again. There we go, that's what I wanted. I wanted this line from the E, then the E flat, then the E7. It's a nice little touch, I think. So I'll play the slightly spicier version of the B section for your listening pleasure and hopefully understanding. 1, 2, 3, 4. First position D, next position D, and then chromatic, B7, and then we have E, 2, 3, 4. And then you could also do some rhythmical variation there, as you like. Okay, so here are some things that you can do to make this tune Black Coffee really fun. There's, of course, even more that we could talk about. You may have heard that I played some triplets. I threw some triplets in there. If you know how to do those, play around with where you would like those to fit best. I may have also used some other little seasonings here and there, some other little twiddly bits. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this one. And I also wanted to mention that this is basically a sample lesson from my online course, which is located at ukuleleswingschool.com. So I offer twice monthly ukulele workshops through Zoom, and we cover stuff like this in depth. And we cover swing tunes from the 1920s through 40s around that time. And if you're interested in expanding your ukulele swing repertoire and your ukulele swing technique, then I hope you join us. All right, we'll see you. Enjoy. Bye.